What's up, girls? Hi. You gonna help me? You gonna help me? Okay, just don't chew on the pillows, okay? Good girl.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Devin. I hope that you will stick around and subscribe. And if you're not new, as always, welcome back. You know I love you. And while you're at it, say hello to Napa Girl back there too. Can you see her? Napa Girl. Hi, say hi to everybody. You're tired, I know. Okay. So I'm kind of filming in reverse today, but for today's video, we are going to be talking about the eyeshadow palette that I received in my February Boxycharm. So I'm going to be filming this tutorial and doing my makeup, and then I'm actually going to film my February Boxycharm unboxing after this. But I wanted to do a dedicated video for this palette because in my last Boxycharm, I did the demo in the same video. I just feel like it was kind of long. I feel like I talked a lot, which I always do, but I'm gonna try breaking it up for this month and see if I kind of like that format of filming or like that format of 2 separate videos instead of one better. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm already rambling. So anyway, this is the Ace Beaute Nostalgia palette. This is my first time trying anything from this brand. I've heard very good things. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. It is colorful. It is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. It looks like it's going to be extremely pigmented. And I definitely feel really, really inspired looking at this palette. So I'm very excited to play with this today. I have no idea what kind of look I'm gonna do. So if you are interested in my first impressions of this palette, as always, don't forget to grab a drink, because you gotta stay hydrated during all this. We're playing with a lot of makeup today. I personally have a big old cup of water here, and then I've also got some Diet Coke. And I was just drinking iced coffee before this. It took me like forever to drink my iced coffee for the day. So I've just had a steady drip of caffeine today, and I'm probably gonna be wired throughout this entire filming session. So anyway, grab your drink and let's get into it. All right, so starting off with eyebrows. I'm gonna do these really quickly, might as well do them on camera. I am going to take my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Neutral Brown. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill my brows in with this, and I'll speed you guys through. Also, please, please, just don't zoom in. Don't get too close to my brows. I really am so lazy and can't be bothered to tweeze them. I really can't. I really just need to go get them waxed and reshaped somewhere. But yeah, I really just can't be bothered with them. I hate brows. I really hate them. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and clean these up. So I've just got a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand. I'm picking this up on a little detail brush, and we're just gonna clean these puppies up, and they definitely need some cleaning. All right, next I'm going to prime with my P. Louise eyeshadow base. This is in the shade Rumor 2. So once again, just getting that on the back of my hand. And I've actually been liking applying this with a brush lately as opposed to my finger. I kind of go back and forth, to be honest, but I've been finding that I can cover a little bit more surface area more quickly if I use this brush. Okay, and then I don't really see a shade in this palette that I think will be light enough to set my lid. This one maybe, but it still looks a little dark. So to be safe, I'm just gonna take a little bit of translucent powder to set down my primer before we start. Okay, so obviously lots to work with here, lots of different options for color schemes. I think I'm leaning towards purple, pink, and then maybe some orange in there as well. So let's see how this goes. How do I want to start this? Okay. I'm really gonna be pushing myself. I just spit. So I am really gonna be pushing myself with this look because I don't typically work with colors. Well, I'll say this, I don't typically improvise with colors this bright and this bold. So, but I really do want to push outside of my comfort zone and get better at working with color. Because while I don't wear color in everyday life, like I probably wouldn't use a palette like this to like go to the grocery store or even like, you know, out on the town or whatever. But palettes like this really do spark my creativity. So for the purposes of YouTube and being a creator, a palette like this really gets me excited. So I'm gonna start with this shade right here. It's called Raspberry. And this is my BH Cosmetics Weekend Vibes brush collection. This is the number 10 brush. So I'm gonna start working that into the outer corner here. And then next, to blend that out into the crease, I'm gonna jump into the shade Flip Flops. And this is my BH Cosmetics Marble Luxe number 8 brush. So I'm gonna come right up here in the crease and use this color to blend out that first one. And I'm gonna try to take that just about halfway over into my crease. I don't wanna take it too far in because I want in here to be pink. So we're just using this lighter shade to blend out the darker one. This is a really good trick, especially when you're working with color, because things can get out of hand pretty quickly, especially if you're me and you just like to like blend into outer space. So going in with a darker color and then blending it out with a lighter color, as you can see, we've already kind of got a nice fade. And already, I mean, these shadows, not only are they extremely pigmented from the two that I've just used, but they're still easy to blend, which I think is such an important balance. Like, you want something that's pigmented, but you also want something that's easy to blend. And there's definitely like eyeshadow formulas that blend but aren't that pigmented. And then on the flip side, there can be eyeshadows that are very pigmented but extremely hard to blend and to work with. So anyway, okay, so I'm gonna take these two brushes and I'm just gonna work back and forth between Raspberry and Flip Flops for a little bit, just to make sure that I have the depth and the place, like the color placement that I want without things getting too crazy. So like, I really want to keep this depth here in the outer corner, but I also want to really make sure that we are nice and blended through the crease. All right, and I'm sure you probably noticed, but I am gonna stick on this eye because I'm gonna try to film a Reels with this eye. We'll see how it goes. But we're gonna stick on this eye for now. So next, oh my God, I need to dry this. I need the brush to dry. Okay, so next I am going to take the shade Picnic, and I'm definitely making sure to tap my brush off because these are pigmented. I'm still kind of figuring out how much I want to get on the brush, but I always tend to get a lot on the brush. So I would say with the level of pigment that I'm experiencing in these, definitely tap your brush. So, okay, so we're going to take this shade Picnic and we are going to just finish out the crease here. Okay, guys, I'm liking where this is going so far. This palette has been extremely easy to work with so far. I am really, really happy with it. I'm really excited about it. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out. So before we go in with our lid shade, I'm gonna take a little bit of Too Faced glitter glue. Again, I'm just gonna use the back of my hand. And I'm gonna get that just on a flat shader brush. And I'm gonna apply this to my lid before I go in with the shimmer. I'm sure these are very pigmented on their own, but I really want a nice pop. And I'm gonna try to like almost fake a cut crease with this. So I'm gonna tap this onto my lid, kind of in this bare space where we haven't put any eyeshadow yet. So I'm placing this glitter glue almost as if I'm carving out a cut crease, but you guys know I don't do cut creases all the time. I usually am too lazy and can't be bothered. So this is kind of cheating. And I also feel like cut creases, I kind of have a natural cut crease here because my eyes are deep set. So I feel like whenever I do one anyway, you can't really tell. It just kind of looks like the natural crease of my eye anyway. So I don't know. This is like a cheat to a cut crease if you're like me and you can't be bothered. All right, and once that's laid down, I'm gonna go into the shade Heat on a different flat shader brush. So I wanna work pretty quickly here just so that we can get this shade down over top of the glitter glue before it dries. But I am just tapping this right over top of where we laid down the glitter glue. Okay, actually guys, I'm gonna switch to my finger. Oh my goodness, this shade is so beautiful. I think I might need to get a new glitter glue. I think this one might be kind of old because I do really like the Too Faced glitter glue, but this is applying kind of patchy right now, and I definitely don't think it's the eyeshadow's fault. I definitely think it's the glitter glue. So I'm just using my finger to kind of spread things around. And then I can use the brush to be more precise up here in the crease, make sure we're blended up this way. So like I said, not really the fault of the eyeshadow. The quality of the eyeshadow itself is stunning, but I think maybe I need to throw out that glitter glue and get a new one. So when I do the other eye, I'll do it without the glitter glue and see how we do with that. But now that I've got that laid down, I just want to spend some time working with the matte shades around it. Again, just to make sure that we are completely blended. So the first three shades we used were Raspberry, Flip Flops, and Picnic. So these guys right in here. So I'm just going to spend some time, I'll speed you guys through it, but I'm going to spend some time working between these three mattes and just making sure that everything is cohesive and as intense as I want it and as blended as I want it and all of that. Okay, yeah, I for sure wish I did not use a glitter glue, but other than that, I really like this. Can't wait for my eyelids to be stained with this pink and purple though. These are like the two stainiest. Stainiest is not a word, but I'm gonna use it. These are definitely the two like stainiest. Can't say it without laughing. These are the two eyeshadow shades, like pinks, purples, reds, that color family. Those are the ones that stain your eyelids the most. So hopefully I don't get too much staining because I don't want to go to work looking like crazy tomorrow. Okay, so before we move on to inner corner, I am going to take a makeup wipe and just clean up underneath here a bit. And I'm not gonna do a super harsh line here on the outside. I wanna keep it soft, but I do just wanna clean up the edge a little bit just so that we're not like dragging the eye down or anything like that. So for the inner corner, we're gonna do a bit of a build, if you will. So just stick with me for a second. So I first am going to go into the shade Popsicle. So I'm gonna take this matte shade first and start packing that into the inner corner. And as I'm packing it in here, I'm also just gonna kind of wiggle it right here in with the pink, just so that we've got a nice blend going through here. Really what I'm trying to create is a nice ombre effect from orange to pink to purple. All right, and then I think I'm gonna stick with the same brush, and directly on top of that, I'm gonna go into Stargazing, and I'm gonna build that shimmer on top of the matte. Okay, and this is kind of cheating, so don't be mad at me, but because these colors are really saturated and really intense, and they're a little bit on the darker side in comparison to my skin tone, and because this eye look is so intense, I really want a little bit of brightness. I want more of a brighter pop on the inner corner. So I'm actually gonna take a gold toned highlighter. Any highlighter will do, but this is the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighter in the shade I'm So Lit. And this is what I was planning on using on my face today. So again, I'm gonna stick with that same brush and I'm just gonna build that up directly over top. Yeah, okay, that's the kind of pop that I want. So see how it still looks orange? but because it's a gold toned highlighter, it still kind of goes, like it blends in with the orange. It doesn't look like it doesn't belong, but it gives me that extra pop in the inner corner that I'm looking for. And while we're at it here with this highlighter, I'm just gonna pick it up on a clean brush. And while we're here, we're just gonna give the brow bone a nice little highlight. All right, you guys, I'm gonna pop off of this camera. I'm gonna go do my reels for the other eye. I'm gonna put some base makeup on, and then I will be back to finish up the look. All right, kids, hello, I have returned. My other eye is up to par with this one. I've got my face makeup on. You can hear her in the background. Napa Girl has joined us again. Hey, stop scratching, honey. You're gonna scratch your arm off. Napa Girl. Hi, say hello to everybody. I know, you're like, Mom, shut up. So we are going to go ahead and finish up this look now. So we've got a couple things left to do. So I am first going to line my waterline. I think we're gonna go for a hot pink waterline today. So this is the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner, and this is in the shade Insomniac. So, ooh, have I not used this before? I can't remember if I have or not. But anyway, I am just going to run this along my waterline. Okay, actually, because I have this color, I'm just gonna go over top with this color. It's also ColourPop, it's called Piggy Bank. I'm just gonna see, I mean, yeah, okay, so this obviously gives it more of a purple look. All right, and then as far as eyeshadow goes for the bottom lash line, I'm not 100% sure what I wanna do here, so I'm gonna start with Picnic. I'm gonna start with pink. I'm not sure if I want just pink or if I want pink and purple on the bottom lash line. So I am going to start with pink here on the inner corner. Yeah, and then I'm just kind of stopping halfway with that. All right, and then for the outer corner, I'm gonna dip just a little, like tiny bit back into raspberry. Really, this brush is too big for this, but oh well. Anyway, so yeah, we're just gonna connect that purple here in the outer corner with the top lid. So really what we ended up doing was mirroring the top lid on the bottom. Really sorry if you can hear Napa chewing on her chew toy that she's not supposed to have in the bed, in the background. You're disturbing me. Okay, and then to finish this off, because I feel like I lost it a little bit when I was blending out like my concealer and foundation and stuff, I'm gonna touch up the orange here. Just bring a little bit of that shimmer back. Okay, so let's move on to mascara and lashes next. So this is another thing that I got in my Boxycharm. So if you watched that video, you already know, but I wanna give these a try in this video. So this is the Trestique. This is a mascara with a built-in eyelash curler. And then it looks like there's also an eyeliner in here, but we're not gonna use that today because we already did eyeliner. So how does this go? Flip down. Okay, so you flip this thing down and then you're able to curl your eyelashes with this. So it's like built right into the cap of the mascara. So, okay. Okay, I don't really know if this is doing anything. I've also never used like a smaller eyelash curler like this though, where you have to do it in sections. So I don't know if it's just that I need practice like with this type of eyelash curler or what, but yeah. Like I said, not sure if it's just me, but I'm not really sure if that's doing anything. So I'm going to curl my eyelashes with my Tweezer Man ones, which I know I love. All right, and then we'll at least try out the actual mascara. So looks like a nice wand. It's kind of got that hourglass. It's like reminiscent of the Too Faced Better Than Sex, like that type of wand. It looks like it's a little bit thinner. Oh yeah, this is nice. It's not super volumizing, but it's definitely not clumpy, and I feel like it's giving my lashes like a nice natural lift to them. So that works for me. It seems like it's a nice formula. I'll have to use it a couple more times to develop like a strong opinion on it, but first impressions, it seems nice. It's like nothing crazy. Like I said, it's not clumpy, doesn't feel super volumizing, but it feels nice and natural. Okay, for lashes today, I'm gonna use these guys right here. This is the Eyelure London Vegas Nay Grand Glamour style. Excuse me. Attitude. Yeah, did you drop your toy on the floor? You gotta go get it now. Good job, see? All right, you guys, so I want to go ahead and finish up with lips. So I did get those 2 lip liners that came in my Boxycharm. However, all right, so let's go ahead and finish up with lips really quickly. So I definitely want to keep the lips pretty nude since obviously we have a bold, bright, dramatic, colorful eye, all of the adjectives. So I am going to first go in with my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF. This is a fave. Yeah, I love this color. This is such a good shade. This is like definitely a My Lips But Better shade for me. I love it. Okay, so then I think I just want to go over with something light. So I am going to take this ColourPop Luxe Lip Oil. This is in the shade Skinny Dip. And I'm just gonna go over the lip liner, add a little bit of moisture, add some shine. These feel so nice on the lips and they have a really nice smell to them too. I really, really like these. If you're somebody who typically doesn't like lip gloss, let me stop talking and finish this first. So as I was saying, if you're somebody that doesn't like lip gloss because it's too thick, it's too sticky, all that stuff, but you want to try something a little bit shinier on lips, I would recommend these. They're so light, but they still give you a beautiful shine. They're comfortable, they smell nice. They're super hydrating and you can wear them alone or you can put them over top of a lip liner like this to give it more opacity. But yeah, I really like the formula of these lip oils. All right, you guys, it is that time. Here we are with the finished look. So all in all, I really love the way that this turned out. I do have to say it lived up to the hype for me. This look is obviously extremely colorful, extremely bold, extremely pigmented and bright, but it was so easy for me to create this look. It was so easy for me to pack the shades on. It was so easy for me to blend them out. I really, really overall had a fantastic experience with this palette. And the color scheme just makes me so happy. It's so bright. It's like beachy. And even like the names like Popsicle, Stargazing, Picnic, Flip Flops, Vacation. I'm assuming maybe this was released in the summer because it's a very summery palette. I love it. I really do. I really do. And I'm so glad that I got to sit down and play with some color today, do something really vibrant and dramatic. My creative juices were flowing and my creative heart is happy right now with this palette. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you recreate this look, definitely tag me so that I can see your pics. If you have made it this far in the video and you are not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button down below. I'd love to have you join me here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am at DevDevGregs over there as well. And with that, I will catch you guys in my next one. Mwah! I love you. Bye.